Hi Libra, the Awakened Dreamer here to give you your monthly money and career tarot reading for the month of February 2022. Thank you so much for joining me, and I want to remind you, as always, general monthly reading, so just take what resonates and don't stress over what doesn't, alright? I was pushed to smile for whatever reason as I was getting ready to begin filming for you. I feel like it's going to be an amazing month for you. Alright, I truly just love Libra readings for a multitude of reasons, one of which I'm a Leo Libra if you're new to the channel, but I did receive an overall message for you for the month in regards to the subject of money and career, and that message was unexpected success. People are beyond impressed. Unexpected success. People are beyond impressed. Let's aim on down and pull some cards. Alrighty, we're going to begin by pulling the overall messages, beginning messages from the Soul's Journey deck. For my lovely Librans for February 2022, money and career. Okay, it's a good card to start with. What else do we have for Libra? Money and career for Feb. Alright, we have what we need. An underlining focus on change. And I also feel the need to show, so a lot's going to change for you within your business, your job, however it pertains to you. People feeling quite judgmental, or you could be feeling very judgmental with the own work you're producing. But we have love, and I, interestingly enough, split the deck, the tarot deck, before doing your reading, and I got the Lover's card. There's something about people being attracted to your energy, your work, your vibe this month, and it could give you a new success in your love life, but I feel like you're just going to love the work that you produce, what you're wrapping yourself up with, or some of the changes that are coming to be. Could even be more so to do with a change or two you implemented recently, you know, in the past month or two. But I'm getting goosebumps. It's going to be a really good month for you, Libra. Okay? We have 5. This is the way they're meant to be set up. It's always interesting when I put them in their place before speaking upon them. But we're going to speak upon these first. We have happiness. It's going to feel like a bit of a whirlwind if you look at the imagery, feeling like you're just kind of lost in the amount of work you're producing, or just the opportunities flowing in, the changes that are taking place, or just even the energy in the air around you could just be a lot to handle. But there's a focus on how happy you feel. I feel as if it's a month where you wake up to the fact that certain projects, business ventures, certain jobs in the past even have made you happier than others. A lot of thinking, reflecting, but being pushed to remember that there's something you've been doing with your career, something you've been working towards for a lot of you Libras that makes you truly happy, even heals you to a certain extent. I feel as if there is a focus as well on how happy you're making other people with what you're doing. If you're assisting, you know, running a business where you sell things, services, whatever the case may be, posting on social media, on an online platform, or even just speaking to clientele customers and helping people in that sense, or you're making other people happy in that company for doing well at your job. People are impressed this month, and I feel like you're happy, and all the meanwhile they're happy, and you could even find that your energy is just affecting people in a positive light, making them happy as well. Okay, Libra. And then we have health. All right. So as I make sure the microphone is on, there's a true focus on your health. Do you see how these cards are the same color? Could hold it up, right? You're gonna just be sort of giddy and happy this month, but there's a focus on your health. For a lot of you Libras, there's health routines, or a routine specifically, like going to the gym or taking care of yourself, stuff of that sort, where in January and December you were implementing them more so, or starting to get back to it, and therefore it's translating into more productive work, healthier work for you, okay? You're appearing healthier in a lot of ways. People just being taken back by not only your work ethic, your vibe, your energy, but your appearance. Libra's looking good this month. People are just like, okay, what is happening here? Am I missing something? I feel like there's more happening behind the scenes, and that's true. Not all is positive, but I feel like there is a level of health and happiness that comes from your work that you're producing at this time. And I feel like even some of you will not expect this. Even after this reading, you're like, yeah, okay, that's not going to happen. I don't love what I do. And then it happens, and it's like, Wow, things are changing in a beautiful way. Growth. And so February is the month for you of growth. And going back, we have change. So it's a month of growth and change where you just feel as if your career is changing and growing and developing all the meanwhile. But even more so, you as an individual, as I get goosebumps again. Wow. And I feel like that's usually to remind me of a spiritual presence, but also to uh, make a message even more powerful. You're going to find it to be a very spiritually connected month, even if you're not used to that. Growth, okay? You're growing, you're changing, you're developing through your work. It's very evident to people who view your work or watch or tune in um, that you are more than going through a death and rebirth in a lot of ways, or just a development on a soul level, and therefore absolutely expect your work to develop all the meanwhile. If people expect for what they're developing, producing, working towards to stay the same as they change as an individual, or vice versa, then you're just living in a different world, all right? Weird way to put it, but you get it. It feels like your work is changing, your career is changing, and you're growing and developing as a beautiful soul. Grief. And so I feel like there is a sense of grief as an interesting, it's on the outside for a reason. It's not the main focus, but I do feel like you need to understand that losing something is a reminder to appreciate what you have in the moment along the way, to enjoy your path along the way, to view it as an adventure, a creative adventure that you can enjoy instead of just always viewing it as, okay, gotta get up, go to work, gotta get up, produce this, gotta get up, run my business, you know? I'm getting a little bit stressed and overwhelmed due to certain energies, but I just feel like that could also cause you a bit of grief, all right? Being empathic or just working in a very sort of high energy or anxious environment in one way, shape, or form. I need to remember why you do what you do, even if that's just for financial stability, okay? But we have purpose. There is a true focus on your life purpose throughout the month of February, getting more in touch with uh, how you're growing towards that purpose. Some of you, for the first time, realizing what you're meant to do within your career or meant to move towards, and it's like, holy shit, this is eye opening. But for a lot of Libras, it's reiterating, being reminded by the Spirit and the universe, or through your work, through other people complimenting you and praising you. You're in touch with that life purpose and you're doing what you're meant to, okay? Even if you're not fully there just yet. Let's continue and pull the main part of the reading from the Light Seers deck. Wow, energies are going to affect you this month. Just don't be surprised. Moving on. I just heard you will not affect me. I got this. There's somebody who needs to lighten up in your energy potentially. For Libra. Okay. Beginning the month and expecting the best. Okay. It's a month where I'm going to say right off the bat, you're manifesting a lot. When it comes to success, you could feel a bit spacey, a bit out of it, or just people focusing on your shine, your glow once again, how good looking you are, your appearance, and just how you're just very focused on your financial stability, on that happily ever after. Some of you even focused on a family situation you desire. Okay, feeling very motivated and being pushed to sit back on your throne and manifest all you desire. There is a financial investment I feel that is leaving you feeling a bit trapped all the meanwhile. You'll get through it. It's not meant to end just yet. You might want to watch the Leo reading that came up in theirs as well. With the Five of Cups to begin the month and spread, you begin the month of February expecting the best, understanding that things are working out and falling into place. I feel like even January just brought you a lot of expected success to an extent, but it just feels like it's trickling forward and things are unraveling, snowballing in a beautiful way. You're feeling very happy to begin the month, but you're feeling overworked. There is part of you that is overthinking to a certain extent, but all the meanwhile, you just you're overworked. There's a lot that you have on your plate. You've been, for some of you, especially if you run your own business, you're just doing a lot more than you need to, or you're just pushing forth and producing a lot when nobody's forcing you to, or you don't feel like you have to per se, but it's giving you the results you desire and you've been working towards and maybe struggled to get all the meanwhile. Feeling like you're very spiritually guided and connected as you put in that necessary effort and just push forward. You know, staying on that chariot, it doesn't feel like you have to hop back on. It feels like you're staying on as you manifest a lot. It's like you're happy and expecting the best, but there's just still areas of your life that aren't perfect or aren't working for you, to an extent, not feeling up to it. Or there could be an opportunity, an offer that comes in and you're like, yeah, I'm good. All right. Not feeling certain energies in a living situation or in a work environment. And that just pushes you to accept or focus on the happiness outside of that. Okay. If situations are intertwined, whether it's you work in an unhealthy living situation, where you find that, you know, there is a healthy or a job that you like and there's unhealthy energies in that situation, it feels a bit of a whirlwind where you're happy, you're expecting the best, but then it's like, oof, I almost want to separate certain situations and energies and things so it could be more simplistic, so I could succeed in the way I'm meant to. But you are this month, so don't let that get the best of you. Wow, as I struggle to speak. With the Nine of Swords, to make your way to the middle of the first half of the month, you're feeling very tired, okay? Stressed to a certain extent. I feel like a lot of Libras are getting an immense amount of downloads and dreams from spirit in the universe, and it can be a bit stressful. You're trying to figure them out, pick out the messages. Some are not helpful in any way, shape, or form. But I do feel like you have a lot of options, a lot of decisions to make. You could even be browsing for things online or just thinking about certain purchases and investments. Okay. A lot of people wanting to invest in your business, have you promote for them, or just people wanting to help you in a lot of ways. I see there being certain media that you produce or put out there into the universe that becomes so damn successful. It's unexpected success that people just almost are envious of. Okay. There is a reminder to prioritize your health in the middle of the first half of the month, to try and sleep a bit more if you can, to not feel as if you have to stay up all night to produce work or to get this done. To remember that you, even if your dreams are stressful or you feel you have a lot to accomplish, prioritize getting your beauty rest. It's part of why you've been looking good. Page of Swords. But there's an underlying focus on, in the middle of the first half, on your emotions, on kind of being secretive as to what you're going through as much as you can. But we're finishing up the first half of the spread in the month with a Page of Swords. Learning more about the growth of your business, the future of it for some of you. Needing to have patience all the meanwhile when it comes to all that's flowing in knowledge-wise, download-wise. Feeling as if there is a need for more balance when it comes to the areas of your life. Are you focusing on your love life enough? Are you focusing on your friends enough? Okay, I think the answer is no. Feeling very much focused on your career, your finances, and I feel like that's a huge reason why this was a reading that you felt guided and drawn to, because it's your main focus these days, or at least it's one of your main focuses, okay? There's at least one, if not several areas of your life that need to be watered a little bit more moving forward, and please don't expect for your career and finances to dip success-wise due to you focusing elsewhere. It'll only benefit, okay, from, you know, that balance being added to your situation, to your life. Let's pull one more. There is a focus to finish up the first half of the month on certain past heartbreaks and feeling a bit let down from certain past financial investments, or just things not progressing as quickly as you hoped in the past. And now it's your time. And now that things are happening quicker, we have 2 chariots in this reading. Okay. Feeling quite motivated, especially towards the very end of this first half of the month, to embrace all that's changing, to embrace all that's developing, to show people how it's done to a certain extent, to, for a lot of you, embrace the spotlight. With the 2 of Wands, to embrace change because you do long for more, right? It's like even with all the success, coming in, you do long for more, okay? It's this never-ending drive and desire for more success and, I want to say, numbers, analytics, even, you know, more money that keeps things progressing for you, okay? Or maybe just more so your past where things didn't come to be as quickly or as naturally, so you therefore long for more now, feeling like it maybe will come to an end or come to a halt or take a dip moving forward. But I would expect for things to, for the most part, rapidly keep going uphill. Okay. 3 of Pentacles to begin the second half of the month and spread, and it's a very spiritually guided situation here where you're viewing. You're viewing your success as meant to be. People looking in and being like, well, damn, I knew this individual, this Libra, was meant to be successful in a lot of ways, regardless of where that placement is within your chart. But I almost didn't expect it to be this extreme. People being impressed, jaws dropping, people not understanding how you're doing what you're doing, but then wanting to learn or wanting to sort of follow a change that you implemented recently. Being a trendsetter, I feel like, okay? But I also feel like it's the beginning of the second half of the month that reminds you why you're expecting the best, why you know things are falling into place, even if at all times it doesn't fully feel like it. But it's also the beginning of the second half of the month that reminds you that certain blockages are being released. But a push spiritually to focus on your health all the meanwhile. People viewing you as a healthy individual because you continuously keep getting this push from spirit in the universe. And I do feel like it's a beginning of the month where you're viewed as a very individual soul, right? Someone who's focused on their independence and therefore attracts what they desire, manifests all of these opportunities and changes in this level of success. But let's not forget the amount of work that's gone into all of which up until this point. You'll also be pushed to expect the best when it comes to your happily ever after, filling those last few cups, feeling fulfilled with your work moving forward. I just smiled in the weirdest way when I picked up the Six of Pentacles. Being aligned with the Nine of Swords, you get a gift of abundance or multiple gifts of abundance in the middle of the second half of the month. And I feel like it's to make up for the fact that you've been sort of, I heard tormented in your dreams, or just getting a lot of them, or just lacking sleep. It's to make up for all that you're dealing with. Okay? I just heard the lack will be no longer. Okay? Weird wording, but all the meanwhile, it's fitting for this part of the reading. With the Three of Wands, I feel like you're ready to go and you're given an opportunity to change something again, where you're given a gift of money to make your situation a lot easier, a lot lighter. You will find that in a business, a project, a hobby, a job that has been feeling a bit heavy in the past is not as heavy moving forward. I think that may have came up in your January reading as well, but it just feels like as moving forward, it becomes more angelic, more divinely guided, less heavy. You're being pushed to embrace something that you're giving birth to moving forward, to understand that you're meant to succeed all the meanwhile, to take an emotional, fresh perspective on things so that you don't feel as if you've been doing it for a million years, okay, regardless of how long you've been pursuing whatever this is for you. Some of you, this could just be a job offer where you finally begin that dream job, okay, or opportunity to start a business with somebody in one way, shape, or form. Page of Wands. A little bit of an anxious ending to the month for one reason or another. I need to release, if you look at this imagery, release what's not working for you any longer, or release past guilt, regrets, grief when it comes to what didn't work out, so you can be more in touch with this life purpose if it's once again for the first time, or you're just embracing it as you move forward, a reminder that you're doing what you're meant to. A reminder to embrace the abundance, the overflowing cup that is yours at this time. A month where you surprise everybody, impress everybody by succeeding on multiple levels, by bringing in more money than you expect, and just making jaws drop once again. Bear with me as you manifest so many important changes that will lead you to other changes, more levels of success that people will desire for themselves. You once again are a trendsetter, and allowing yourself to realize that even when things don't feel perfect, you're meant to impress other people. You're meant to have things be a lot easier moving forward as the wheel keeps churning. Things keep happening and you keep succeeding. All right? So, wow. And yeah, once again, people are just noticing you, paying attention, watching closely. All right? So let's finish this up by pulling a couple messages from the Making Magic deck for my lovely Librans. When three rays of light, balancing male and feminine energies. Balancing male and female energies, peace and harmony. And so I feel like you're going to get this reminder that you're meant to feel more at peace. You have a new level of harmony when it comes to what you're producing, developing, or working towards. Things aren't meant to be super heavy and stressful once again. All right. There is going to be an event that you're planning for, expecting, or experiencing this month, whether you're planning for it or not. But I do want to remind you that you are, wow, these are all good messages, that you are protected all the meanwhile, even if it doesn't feel like it, okay? When embarking upon new changes, developments, and just making the best out of what's at hand. All right, so we have Abracadabra with wings, fantastic good fortune, and lucky chances. And to finish this up on a beautiful note, we have achievement, win the award, accolade, or contract. And I know you were looking to hear that. All right, so I hope this reading was truly helpful. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. I truly wish you nothing but the best. Hope you have the most amazing February, and I'll see you next time. Bye, Libra.